That was thank you very much, Eric. In concluding, what I'd like to do is there's a lot of touching moments that I've gone through in 4 years, but I've really got a classic one, and I wish the person could be here. He lives in Delmar, I live in Delmar, and as some of these veterans will say, and will know, I'll track you down, okay? Right, Ralph?
Right.
I'll track you down. Let me just read a couple paragraphs from a letter that he sent to me. As I bowled my 3 games, I observed the congenial, enthusiastic members of the league representing a local American Legion post. How gratifying it is to see them each week. How happy a reminder they are of the country's good fortunes and persistence of its democratic, free-loving way of life. I skip a lot of it because I want you to feel what he must have felt. Thank you, veterans, for making possible all these choices, all these freedoms, all these rights in America. Thank you for regarding our freedom so precious that you willingly risked and sometimes gave your very lives to preserve our freedoms. May you all be blessed with the freedoms you all have labored so much for, and enjoy your 200+ games, for I cannot imagine a more deserving group of Americans. Thank you. This came with a donation that pays for 2 lunches for veterans. And this is priceless. This is priceless. I hope you can remember all this. Thank you so much for the things you've done. I'll be here for a few questions or whatever you want to do. This would conclude what we've done, and I appreciate you coming. Thank you. Go ahead.
What's the mechanism for people to donate?
Donate is, I think on our, right here, we got 2 things. We got patriotflight.com, and also there's an address. There's some phone numbers too, in our contacts. Do me a favor, my number's there, and that's gonna get changed someday. We got 2 great support people, Rhonda Hooper and Marge Piccaroni. They're man in the phones, but you got a website, you got an address. Fill up the post office box, that's fine with me. Thank you. Anything else?
Right. The question about Patriot Flight was there for a while. We saw several of them. I covered them in different capacities. They kind of fell by the wayside. What was your impetus to bring it back, and how did that happen to get to where we are today?
My drive was this gentleman right here, Bill Peake. Everybody was asking the same questions. What happened to Patriot Flights? And I might as well say to you, I asked that question too. And what came out of it was meeting a gentleman like this, doing a lot of inspiration, being my mentor. I was a student, being interviewed. I may tell you, being your asking, I got interviewed the first time I met him. We spent 3.5 hours. And here we go today. I don't believe he believed back when I met him in, I believe it was December, that he would have thought that we would be here today with 100 seats. I just went after it. That's what it is, and I really thank Bill Peake an awful lot.
And what about these gentlemen that are lining the sides here? That we've seen them in different capacities, funerals, memorials, and so on. How important it is to have them back involved?
Well, Bill Schaft, he's the assistant state captain of the Patriot Guard Riders. I'm a Patriot Guard Rider. He's been nothing but an asset. He's a hard worker, and he attended the last 2 D-Day events that I put on, and he was so instrumental last year that he picked up the 200-year-old vets that brought him to the D-Day event. And so I knew he was really, had his heart in the right place.
You mentioned that donation bought 2 lunches, but have you broken down how much it costs per veteran to do this?
I'm going to throw out the number that really, as I'm doing the analysis, a lot of it is a function of how many veterans come with their guardians, okay? But we're in the neighborhood of $500. We'd like to have some cushion money. I'd love to be sitting here with you today, standing here telling you that we got enough money for the fall flight. We don't. I'd love to be staying today, We got enough money so that we can plan next year at this time. Basically, we'll take 2 flights. I've got a goal, I'd love to fill a plane, number 1. And number 2, for the Korean War people. They tell me the Korean War Memorial at night is beautiful. And so is the World War II, and so is Iwo Jima. But they say that one, my brother has told me, that one is night, is something to be seen. Love to take an overnight trip. So first we gotta fill the plane, and then second we take an overnight trip. Thank you.